Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Bricks and 5, where we discuss LEGO content in videos of around 5 minutes. It's time for another weekly LEGO review, and today we are going to review something that I don't believe I've actually reviewed anything from this line before. Certainly not since I've gone to the weekly reviews. It is set 76419. It is from the Harry Potter line of LEGO, and it's the Hogwarts Castle and Grounds. Now this came out, I believe, last year, and it is a microscale version of the Hogwarts Castle. So I got this for my wife, we got it built, and we're going to take a look and see what we think. As for the build experience, this set contains 2,660 pieces, and my wife thoroughly enjoyed the build, especially seeing those microscale scenes as they came together. One thing to highlight is that there were no stickers. There were a number of small printed parts that help with the detail, but the fact that there weren't stickers was great. One thing that was odd about the build experience is that there were 2 steps in the build process that either show a piece to be placed that wasn't on the list, or didn't show a piece that needed to be placed. Even with that issue, the build was one that exceeded our expectations. Now as for the details or Easter eggs, this is an area where this set excels. They've done a great job of capturing the obvious ones you can see on the outside, such as the Whomping Willow, Bobaton's flying carriage, or the Durmstrand's boat rising from the water. However, the scenes built into the base, such as the Chamber of Secrets or the chessboard, are what really brings this set to the next level of detail for a true Harry Potter fan, in my opinion. As for the displayability, there are actually currently 2 microscaled Hogwarts Castle sets available from LEGO right now. While this set is smaller and may not have the same level of interior or exterior detail as the larger version, in my opinion, this set is a better microscale version to display. I feel this way for a few reasons. First, it is smaller in scale, so it's easier to find display space. Second, this set has a base with the lake around it, which I think makes for a much more interesting display. As for minifigures, while this set is a microscale set, it does include one exclusive minifigure. It's a figure of the architect of Hogwarts. I don't believe he appears in any of the books, but there is a statue of him in the background of a few of the movies, I guess. The figure looks good and appears to be holding an even smaller version of the castle. However, it's really an unknown character, and thus I don't think it will have a great draw for most fans, but it is a nice bonus exclusive figure. Looking at the set from a uniqueness perspective, this is not the first LEGO version of a Hogwarts castle. This isn't even the first microscale version of a Hogwarts castle that's available right now. It is actually very strange to me that there are currently 2 microscale versions of the same set out at the same time, and maybe that's the most unique thing about this set in my opinion, as LEGO rarely does this. And perhaps maybe they've done this to allow access at different price points for various customers. And lastly, the value. This set retails for $169 US. Now with over 2,600 pieces, if you subscribe to the thinking that 10 cents per piece is a good value, then this set definitely will check that box. However, they're mostly small pieces due to that microscale build. I prefer to take the set and think of it overall as a whole, and just does it feel like it's worth the money I've paid? And for this set, I would have to say that I do feel that it is a fair value compared to the current LEGO market today. Alright, so now it is just time for my final thoughts. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm not much of a Harry Potter collector. I've seen the movies, I've never read any of the books, but my wife and kids, they've read them, they like the movies, and my wife really likes the LEGO sets. So, I would have to say I actually really kind of like this set. They had the larger microscale Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle, I guess, and oddly enough, it's still available, as I mentioned. But I would have to say of the 2, this one is probably a better option in my opinion. First off, it's I think about a third of the price. It's not nearly as big, but I think, for a lot of us LEGO fans, space is an issue. And so, with this taking up a much smaller footprint, I think it's great. It makes it a lot easier to display. And it's really just kind of a different option. It's one of those things that if you're into Harry Potter, it could be something that, you would really like. If you're not a Harry Potter fan, maybe if you like architecture, you might have some interest in it. But I would say for a wider non-Harry Potter audience, it's probably not something I see a lot of people picking up. But that being said, I do really like the build. I think that they've made, a lot of the great features especially at this scale. And I think it's pretty pretty good set, and you know, I think my wife is really happy with it, and you know, I am as well, even though I'm not a Harry Potter guy. So that's gonna do it for my review today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Jason's Bricks and 5. Happy building!